inside Richfield Ice Arena. My name is TJ Shalott, voice of the Austin Bruins. Happy to have you alongside as we get set and ready to go for the Austin Bruins taking on the Minnesota Magicians. This is the face-off show. The Austin Bruins with a record of 16, 25, 4, and 2, getting set to do battle with the Minnesota Magicians with a record of 21, 15, 3, and 0. These teams have seen each other twice already this year, with Austin Bruins winning both of those games. One of them right here at Richfield Ice Arena, one of them back at home against the back at home at Riverside Arena. As we take a look at these two teams, they are both trending in completely opposite directions. As the Austin Bruins have gotten points in 6 of their last 10 games and are struggling to battle for that final playoff spot, the Minnesota Magicians on the other side have lost a season high and currently a league-leading 6 consecutive games. In those games, they have been held to 2 goals or less in 5 of them, including 2 games against the Bruins, where the Bruins held them to 2 in their first win back at Riverside Arena and held them to 1 just over a week ago. It was 8 days ago right here at Richfield Ice Arena. Let's go ahead and use this opportunity to take a look at the NAHL Central Division standings. As you can see, the Aberdeen Wings up at top, 85 total points. Not only have they won the division, but they have already been clinched as the Central Division champions and punched their ticket to the playoffs. The only team in the division so far to do that. Bismarck Bobcats, 28 points behind them in the standings. Behind them, the Minot Minotauros with 50, and that's where things start to get really convoluted and real tight. As you can see there, the Minnesota Wilderness, Austin Bruins, and St. Cloud Norsemen all separated by just 6 points. So that's something that the Bruins are going to try and change here this weekend, as they have a 3-3, much like their opponents that they're fighting this weekend. As we take a look at the league schedule, Bismarck is the only team not in action tonight here on this Thursday night. Of course, the Bruins are taking on the Minnesota Magicians. As you look at the Aberdeen Wings, they are taking on Minot, and the Minnesota Wilderness are battling the St. Cloud Norsemen. So when you look at the standings here, with the Bruins at 38, 3 points behind the Wilderness, down there with 35, what you really need to hope for tonight is all dependent on what the Bruins do. You want the Bruins to go out there and put up a big 2 points. And if that's the case, then you're rooting for St. Cloud, because ultimately it's not going to change anything. If the Bruins earn 2 points and St. Cloud earns 2 points, there's still going to be 3 points separating them. But it's going to help the Bruins inch closer to the Minnesota Wilderness, who have 41 points. If they stay idle tonight and earn 0 points, the Bruins will be within 1 point going into tomorrow night's game against this Magician team at Riverside Arena. As you take a look at those standings, one thing you don't want to have happen is to go into overtime. You do not want that Minnesota Wilderness and St. Cloud Norsemen game to go into overtime at all. Each team earning a point does not help the Bruins. Even if the Bruins win, yes, they'll get 1 point closer to Minnesota, the Wilderness there in 4th place, but it's not going to be beneficial. First thing the Bruins have to do, they have to take care of business right here tonight. And we're going to go ahead and get you a preview of that here in just a second, but I want to take some time out and congratulate our affiliate team down in the North American 3, the Rochester Grizzlies. A tough week for them, as they had made it to the Fraser Cup final, which took place down in St. Louis, just outside of St. Louis on Monday. They were 5-1. They lost 5-1 to the North Iowa Bulls, a team that's been an absolute thorn in their side for the last handful of years. Let's go ahead and take a look back at that game. We're also going to hear from head coach Chris Ratzlaff, as well as team captain and friend of the Austin Bruins, Peyton Hart.
By Soderwall as the Grizzlies chip it down the far wing. Caden Smith kicking it back.
Rochester with an opportunity in front. Loose puck, scores! Rochester takes the early 1-0 lead.
Grizzlies break free through neutral ice, and they had a man waiting on the backside for the rebound. Check out this break through neutral ice, and it starts down the left wing as they bring it in. Waiting on that backside. Check out that finish. on the back door, and the Grizzlies have the 1-0 lead. Cole Gibson was an alternate captain for Egan High School as a senior. He captains the offense to a 1-0 lead, the captain of that particular play, to see their kids play potentially for a Fraser Cup title. Face-off won by the Bulls. Wendorf gets it through, he scores! Back post, Tremer was right there. Was he there in time to get a touch on it? No, sir, yes, sir! Jack Tremer with a tip and a tying goal.
Beautiful face-off win by North Iowa as that is shot on net, screened on your there. You can see was Shane Soderwall not able to get back into positioning.
Bulls bring it ahead with Jack Campion down the left wing, off a turnover at center. Smith backhand try, save, rebound. Did he stop that? You can't be serious, Shane Soderwall.
I am speechless on that save, and that could be the save of the year.
It's paid big-time dividends. Right point, Noss slides it across, cycles it over to Wendorf for a shot. He scores! Left point, Bulls lead 2-1.
And that is where that big-time net front presence came in a factor again, Austin. Like you mentioned, right here on your screen, you can see it settling in front of the net of Soderwall. If that pulls him out of positioning just enough for Campion to get that nice redirect, as well as making it a 2-goal or 2-1 lead now for North Iowa.
Soderwall belongs to the Grizzlies as they blast it out to the point with Arneson. North Iowa able to hold the blue paint. Wrist shot, right point, slot, save, rebound, they score! Garrett Freeman! His first goal of the tournament, and it comes at a huge moment. It's 3-1.
Sloth was a big reason why that play did the way it did. At the blue line, bringing it in right into the top of the circles. And again, that net front presence, Austin, is exactly why we saw that goal there for North Iowa.
Bulls get it back with Psychos. Started ahead, right wing. Taped it, tape pass off the wall. Savaloya chucks it toward the net. Save, rebound, they score! Way out front. Lucas Jorgensen and hoops. They'd call it a secondary break, and the Bulls get a 3-goal lead.
And that's a big-time rebound left in front by Shane Soderwall. That's a couple times this postseason we've seen a rebound just like that hurt the Grizzlies, and it does so again. It's now a 3-goal advantage for the North Iowa Bulls. Peyton Hart stepping in. DeRosa to Arneson, who can't handle it, and back down the other way go the Bulls.
New Power all alone. Walks it in. It's 5-1 North Iowa. An empty netter. Carter Newpower, the leading scorer in the tournament for the Bulls. They lead it by 4 with 1:47 to go. Down to 10 seconds to play. The North Iowa Bulls' decade of dominance is complete. 8 division championships and now 4 NA3HL titles. After 4 years off the peak of the mountain, the Bulls are back on top. 2021 Fraser Cup National Champions.
Here now with the head coach of the Rochester Grizzlies, Chris Ratzloff. Coach, obviously today didn't go in your favor. What do you think was the difference?
You know, I think we got to give the Bulls a lot of credit. You know, they executed their game plan, which was very similar to what we were trying to do, and I think that kind of kept us from executing. Congratulations to them. They played a great game, played a great tournament, had a great season.
You guys obviously had to go through all the same COVID-related issues they did. You got all the way to the final game. What can you say about your group and how proud you are of them?
You know, I'm extremely proud of this group. They battled a lot of adversity, you know, whether it was practicing in Wisconsin when we got shut down in Minnesota. Played on the road for a month and a half. It kind of felt like the road was home. You know, been through injuries, shutdowns with COVID. You know, we played a lot of guys this year, and we plugged them in when we needed to. I'm proud of every one of them. You know, I think they did a good job representing the Rochester Grizzlies organization and the NA3HL.
I know it's early. I mean, everything's pretty fresh, but I mean, the amount of injuries you guys sustained in the last couple of days. I mean, you had to think that it took some kind of toll on your team.
Yeah, I think so. You know, a couple of key guys, and it you know, shakes the lineup up a little bit, but I think, you know, hats off to the guys that stepped in. They were ready to go, and they performed and did a great job for us.
I know it's early, but when you look back upon this season, what will you cherish the most about this group?
You know, I think how close they were. I've been involved with the Grizzlies for 2 years now, and last year's group was extremely close. This year was the same thing. So I think, you know, we've built a culture in Rochester that it's like a family, and I think that's probably the thing I'll miss the most with each group.
Coach, congratulations on a great season.
Thanks, Vinny. Appreciate it.
Here with Peyton Hart of the Rochester Grizzlies. Peyton, obviously today didn't go the way you guys planned. What do you think went wrong?
I just think we did everything we could. I think we weren't getting bounces. Their physical game was there, and I just think it just wasn't our day.
You've been the heart and soul of this team the whole last couple of seasons. You're finishing up your junior career, going to University of Wisconsin Stout next year. What's this journey been like for you?
It's been nothing but great. I've been happy to be a part of it since the very beginning of the organization. I think everyone that has been a part of it over the past 3 years has helped in every single way possible to get to where I am going, and as well as other guys' careers as well. Everyone has been great. I've been nothing but proud of our boys.
Coach Ratzlaff talked about, ever since he's been there, the culture that the Rochester Grizzlies have set up in their locker room is just, you know, second to none, and you're a big part of that. You know, what is it about, you know, what do you see in yourself, your own leadership abilities that give you that ability to bring these guys together?
I just think we click so well on and off the ice. There's nothing much else to say to that. We just, when it's the first day of the season, our guys come in, we're all shy, and then we get to know each other in a week or two, and it's like we've known each other our entire lives.
I know it's tough in this moment, but what are you going to miss most about this team, this organization, the city, everybody?
I just think hanging with the guys, honestly, going out to eat, hanging at a billet house, whatever it is, it's just being around the team every single day was the most fun part about the entire season.
Congratulations on getting this far and on a wonderful junior career.
Thank you very much.
That was Grizzlies team captain Peyton Hart, a guy that we've seen suit up with the Austin Bruins many times over the last couple of years. It was a heartbreaker for those guys who lost 5-1 against the North Iowa Bulls. But as I mentioned right before that piece, this is a team that has increased their success every single year since coming into the league 3 years ago. In their first year, they were knocked out of the first round of the playoffs. They were a 4th seed at that point in time. The very next year, last year, they go out and win the Central Division title, and who knows how far they would have went if it weren't for COVID-19 canceling all of the NA3HL playoffs last season. And then, of course, this year, not only do they win the Central Division for the 2nd time in a row, but they also get all the way down to the final game of the Frazier Cup final, and unfortunately for them, it didn't go their way, but that's a strong team behind head coach Chris Ratzlaff that's going to turn things around and get them that ultimate prize here in the very near future. I would not count them out for next year. In fact, they're one of my favorites in the NA3HL. As we go ahead and we look closer to this matchup here between the Austin Bruins and Minnesota Magicians, the first of a 3-3 for the Bruins. Here tonight, at home tomorrow, Friday and Saturday night. Tomorrow, it's again the Magicians, as these two teams will wrap up their season series. And then on Saturday, the Bruins will play host to the St. Cloud Norsemen, a team who is trailing the Bruins in the standings by not that much. So we'll keep an eye on that game. Plus, St. Cloud is battling the Minnesota Wilderness tonight. Stay tuned to the Simplified Technology Solutions Intermissions Report throughout the game here tonight, as we'll get you the NAHL out-of-town scoreboard just so you can be up to date with what's going on. Because as I mentioned, those standings are tight. One more time, let's take a look. Just 6 points separating the Wilderness, the Bruins, and the Norsemen for that final playoff spot. It's going to be huge. As we take a look at our game here, the Bruins and Magicians, this is a team that Austin has had some success against in the recent past. Just talking about my 2.5 years with the Austin Bruins, the Magicians have only won one game in that time frame. They are currently they have 9 wins out of their last 10 against the Magicians. This will be 11. They have 10 wins out of their last 11. Tonight is the 11th matchup in the last 3 years. Tomorrow will be the 12th, as they play each other 4 times every season. We've got game action coming up right around the corner between the Austin Bruins and Minnesota Magicians. The guys are just getting off the ice now. As we speak, the Zambonis are going to come on out and clean things up and get us all set and ready to go. Austin Bruins and Minnesota Magicians. This has been the Face-Off Show. My name is TJ Shalott, voice of the Austin Bruins. We will talk to you from Hockey TV, and of course, you can always catch the games on Power 96 and KQPRFM.com. We'll talk to you all over on Hockey TV and Power 96.